G'day. I just paused at the beginning. So if this backspires on me and you've just seen me like stare at the screen for 30 seconds, the reason being is because I'm using a streaming platform. I've noticed that it only starts later in the video, like the last few videos. So, but knowing my luck, I just stared at the screen for 30 seconds and you've all seen that. Anyway. Oh, we go on. We move on with our lives. Thank you so much for joining again today for the daily warm up challenge, day 9. That's probably the longest streak that I've ever done at anything. I don't think I've got 9 days through Duolingo. Yeah, I start getting those passive aggressive reminders from that bird to say, why do you hate me? Why do you not want to learn your Greek? So, yeah, 9 days. If you have been following along for this long, bloody commend yourself. And if not, if you've done a few, also commend yourself because that is still you showing up for your voice and doing it where, when it feels good. Like, you're not forcing yourself to do something. When it becomes like that, then, we have to reassess. Uh, but yeah, so couple of things. Yesterday I spoke about this idea of, we are our instrument, our mind, our muscles, our skin, everything. We are our instrument. And of course, if we have a rough sleep, we're stressed, we're in a menstrual cycle, or we're in some kind of body cycle, our voice can be affected. When we're stressed, it can be the first thing that we start to, go a little bit hoarse or we just feel really constricted when we speak. And that's normal. That's part of being human, And I think when we sort of move beyond this feeling of, oh no, my voice is feeling like this and really fixating on it, if we can move past that and see it as this opportunity of going, oh, I'm a human being. And an opportunity to love yourself and love your voice more and show up with your voice or show up for your voice despite however it manifests on a day-to-day basis, because again, we're human beings. Our body goes through ebbs and flows, fluctuations, and our voice comes along for the ride, obviously, because it's attached to us. So I guess, every day honoring where we are at, where our voice is at, show up for it regardless, and use it as an opportunity to, one, learn about ourselves. Ooh, I really mustn't drink that 2 bottles of wine and not drink any water before I go to bed. That, no shame on that, by the way. No shame in any of this. Or, oh yeah, I can really feel the effects of going to bed at 2 o'clock this morning. I'm going, or it could even be like I'm starting to feel a bit constricted. Okay, which areas of my life am I feeling constricted? Where responsibility or duties or things are starting to take its toll, and we may need to renegotiate things to create space in our lives. So our bodies we're always in conversation with our bodies. We're always in conversation with our voice. What's happening today? Tell me about it. Honoring it, loving it, and moving away from this idea of, like, you should be working for me. Why are you doing this right now? I have a gig, or, I have this important presentation, or I just don't have time for a husky voice today. Um, you know, so anyway, that's a bit of food for thought. I sent out an email to our beautiful Fearless Singer community subscribers this morning, all about this, as well as a video that I did yesterday, the daily warm up, where I spoke about that in Black American culture, in the gospel music culture, there's this idea of you every day is a new opportunity to show up, and you use the voice that you have on any given day, and you work within its confines, you work within, its demands of you that day, but you show up regardless. And of course, they have, there is this love and service attached to a higher being. So whatever that is for you, if that works for you, use that. But there's also just the element of, serving yourself for the greater good of everybody around you. All right. The sermon is over. let's get on with it. Let's do a little reset. Let's do the shoulder reset. I didn't do this yesterday. I went into the neck one. But remembering this comes from Dane Chelfin, and I hope I'm doing it justice. He is an incredible vocal pedagogue, educator, singer based in the UK. So you imagine that you've got these two big wheels on your arms, and this clock that goes around you. Yep. So you've got 6 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock. But this is basically the shoulder roll, when people get you to do a shoulder roll, but on steroids. It's like actually, or should I say, without making it sound hip and cute, it's just a shoulder roll, but taking every opportunity to feel into the stretch and feel into your body. All right, so let's do that. So making sure that our feet are hip bone width apart, our knees are nice and soft. We keep a nice long neck. We don't want to crunch it down. So nice long neck as we move the shoulders up to 12 o'clock. That's it. And then we're just slowly moving it around. I don't know why I'm doing this voice, but I'm going to go with it. Around to 9 o'clock. That's it. And then we're going to go slowly. Oh, I've morphed into some kind of British accent. Down to 6 o'clock. And then slowly, you might need to move your body forward a bit, around to 3 o'clock. And then we're going right back up to 12 o'clock. And let's do it again. All right, slowly. Round to 9 o'clock. Keep your knees bent. That's it. Making sure you're breathing. That's really important. Slowly down to 6 o'clock. Slowly around to 3 o'clock. That's it. Slowly back up to 12 o'clock. And let's just do a little relax. And then we do it the opposite way around. So 3 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Should we do that? Let's go. All right. Keeping that long neck, knees nice and soft and bent. Bringing the shoulders up to 12 o'clock. Making sure we breathe as we go. Bringing around to 3 o'clock. I need to move your body a bit. To bringing it forward, and then down to 6 o'clock, around to 9 o'clock, back up to 12 o'clock. Now just go with your body. Just don't push or pull when it doesn't feel right. So really check in with it. 12 o'clock and round to 3 o'clock. Feel the crunch. Oh, I felt a crunch then. That was good. Down to 12 o'clock. 6 o'clock, sorry. Gosh. It took me a while, actually, when I was a kid to learn the time, on an analog clock. I don't know why. It just confused the shiz out of me. And then back to 9. If anyone asked me the time and I had to look at the clock, I'd get real anxiety. I'd be like, I think it's a quarter to something. And then release. Okay. Oh, it feels good. Hey, we won't do the neck one today. We'll alternate it per day. Let's do our vocal fricatives though, because we didn't do this yesterday, I don't believe. So hand on your waistband, hand here for biological men. Remembering when I speak in binary terms, I'm just talking about biology, and everyone is welcome here. This is an inclusive space. All right. It's just to do with body functions. Yes. Okay. All right. So biological men here, biological females, thumb and belly button, finger here on our laps, lower abdominal pubic symphysis. Yes. And really what we're just feeling into here is the movement of our abdominal area as we make these vocal fricative sounds. The greater purpose of this is really we're just releasing any excess constriction tension in the vocal muscles with the gentle release of these, fricative sounds, as we're becoming aware of what our belly wall is doing when we're doing this process. So just think of it in terms of, I make my sound. For women, belly button comes in and up. You feel this movement from the lats, actually, like you're zipping up your jeans. And men, biological men, you're feeling the same sort of sensation more here, this idea of in as you're making your sound. So that's supporting your sound. Now, the the in breath is not as important as the out breath. The out breath is where we make our sound. Zzz. The in breath is literally, we want to get into our mind that it's literally like speaking. We're not doing anything really terribly extra. Yeah, we're just letting air go into our mouth, and then our belly wall expands as we do that. So I'll go, and then I just let air come into my mouth, my belly comes out. Then I make my sound again. Zzz. Yeah. Now, look, there's always this argument between, do I breathe through my nose or my mouth? Preferably your mouth, because when you breathe through your nose, there is the potential of engaging your external obliques. And we want to say, hey guys, you relax. Just let your transverse abdominis take over. And we do that we can activate that literally just by allowing air come into our mouth, just like that. Yeah. And making sure that we're standing in an optimal position, feet hip bone width apart, knees nice and soft. You can also stand against the wall. This will always be a really great guide, and just make sure that every point is attached to the wall. Don't move from it. Just don't move. Okay. All right. Let's go. Fricatives. Oh, God. Get so carried away. Just nice and relaxed. Your turn. Shh. Zzz. Puffy cheeks W. Blow our cheeks out. Yes. Should we do it one more time? Shh. Zzz. TH, puffy cheeks. Well done. Well done. I hope you just really felt into that relaxed, gentle, easeful space with that. All right. Let's do some tongue stuff again. I think that's really helpful. We're going to do the TH. We're just going to do that on a slide. Ready, go. You might feel a bit of a shakiness. Just use it as a reminder to relax the tongue even more. We just want to be nice and floppy, nice and arched and floppy. As much as lovingly intend that that's happening. Yes, well done. Cool. Let's do the raspberry. This is, again, a really beautiful but also powerful tongue exercise. So, again, this is about releasing any excess tension in the root of the tongue and also training the tongue just to be floppy and relaxed at all times. This is all about tongue autonomy. Tongue autonomy. Say that, 20 times fast. So, we're going to do a raspberry. Just see if you can do that. You're just blowing air as it sits flopping on your bottom lip, and you put sound to it. It's quite satisfying to do. If you can't do that at this stage yet, it's always yet. Remember, God, it took me years to be able to do that. It just was a massive block. It was literally a mind block. But I just every day intended that it was going to happen. And there's a famous David Suzuki quote that if you ask your body to do things, eventually it will catch up. Why? Because your body loves you. Need to get that tattooed on us. We don't need to be tattooed. We can just imagine that that's there. Or something to remind us that. So let's do the raspberry. Now, if yet you're not able to go do a or you can keep the TH going. We're just doing it on a 5 note. Ready, go. And if the raspberry's not going to stop, nice work. Let's keep the raspberries going or whatever you choose. Ready, go. Sorry. That was our M1 work. Let's do M2 work. All right. Let's do it. We're going to do something slightly different today. So biological females, let's do a woo or a puffy cheeks W. Woo or a woo. You choose. We're just going to do woo. Making sure that everything's nice and relaxed in the back of the throat. We're directing the sound towards the back of our top lip. Nice and light. Just check in with your knees. Are they soft? Slightly bent? Have you moved from your wall? Nice. Well done. All right. Same thing, biological blokes. Remember, you're just taking the weight out of your voice and it's nice and light and relaxed. Again, you can do a puffy cheeks. Actually, why don't you do a puffy cheeks? Just do that. bloody done. You should be proud of yourself. Proud of yourself for showing up for your voice today. And by the way, I mentioned before, there's times where your voice doesn't want to play ball. Just honor that. Like if there's any times where it just feels like it's going to be too much to go a little bit higher or lower, just honor that today. We're just going for ease. Trying to say that without a glottal on the front of my vowel. Ease. It's one of my things I'm working on, is ironing out vocal fry and glottal in my speaking voice. All right, let's go. We're going to do our glugada, ga, ya, wa, whatever you like. You choose. Ready, go. Glugada, 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 glugada. Let's do a nice puffy cheeks W, downward siren. Namaste. High five to you. Well done. You showed up again for your voice. You're amazing. And again, no shame if well, if you're watching this, you've showed up for your voice. But again, we never want to use any of not being able to get to your vocal warm up as any kind of excuse for shame, because life gets in the way. But there's always this opportunity to come back to your voice, back to your breath, and choose your anchor word for the day. Mine yesterday was feel, flow and feel. I think I want to continue that today. Flow, feel. I want to feel everything. I want to be connected to this beautiful life. And also go with flow. All right, lots and lots